Right. We have already begun qualifying here for the D3 East Cup, the first round, and a lot of the drivers in this grid are pretty new to the racing scene here, and a lot of uh, familiar faces such as Kuhan Gizmo, Alpha Wheeljack, I think, and Raimu, of course. As a lot of the drivers now starting their laps. I believe Raimu is the first to start the laps, and now he's going to turn two. He missed the apex by a mile, so this may not be a good lap from him. As I think Mike Legend is behind him. He's also started his lap, and he's also not really hitting the marks. But of course, it's G3 East. They don't really need to be doing so. As well, we're still on Lady. We had just completed sector 1 of the whole track, and off MJRB5 at the purple first sector for now. And he the first one of the first laps he may get. Oh no, never mind. Shelby's got the purples. Oh, never mind. A quick change of the purple sectors. It's now Kuhan who has the fastest sector 1. And I think he is one of the favorites to win here, alongside maybe MJRB and Shelby. As
I'm following Kuhan now on board with his lap. He's doing a very nice first sector. Now also a very good sector. He's behind the boy band. He's captaining because Byron is maybe not a very good lap. But the Kuhan lap at the moment is very clean, and they might get put.
No, another sector pass. Sector 2 is now also purple for Kuhan. He may get provisional pole for now, as he rounds up the lap. Raimu sets his first 137, and now awful 136.4. Rest of the grid, MJRB5, I think that's a 37 as well. Kuhan Gizmo, he's about to cross the line. Shelby gets a 36 dead, and now Kuhan, can he get provisional pole? Yes, he can. 35.6.
Very clean lap from him. He probably can improve by a couple of tenths, but it's really already a solid lap for D3.
And as the rest of the drivers finish their laps, only Leon and Alpha remain from this first set of laps. As I think Jesper got above Leon there with his lap. A lot of the drivers now going on their second out lap. As for now, Kuhan is about 4 tenths ahead of Shelby, and Jim Noob 3 tenths behind Shelby, and from there on it's, well, the positions.
At the moment, the only one in the garage is Kuhan, staying in the pits. Everyone now is in their in lap for the second attempt. I think the only ones on a flying lap are Boyband and Mike, who are improving their laps.
Kuhan seems pretty confident in his lap, and I think if the 4 tenths of a gap is pretty big, and he's probably not really expecting much of a change from that. But let's see what happens. If Shelby may get a purple first sector, maybe Kuhan has to come out again to start his second lap. As I think maybe starts his lap again. Looked a bit better than his last lap. Of course, he missed the apex, but now he is hitting them more consistently. Let's see at the end of this sector, which is about after this long left-hander. It's pretty. You can lose a lot of time here, but you can also gain.
Disconnected.
MGRB5. This is not good for DD Aguila. As MJRB5, he disconnects. He's P8 for now, but he may be able to reconnect, but I don't think he's gonna get another lap in. As Awful gets a personal best first sector, Jim Noob gets a personal best as well. Raheem also on a green first sector.
Shelby goes purple first sector.
And Shelby goes purple. Oh yes, Kuhan is already out. He's on his out lap. I think he realized that and decided to come out and maybe realizing he's not exactly safe with his first lap. Shelby through the right-hander in sector 2. It's pretty clean from there. And now into this long left-hander which tightens up. Pretty tough corner. And that looks pretty clean as well. He crossed. Oh no, it's a red second sector though. This might not be exact. He might not be able to beat Kuhan's lap, but it's still worth it to complete it.
Then he's deep improving. Is also in the second sector. Yes, pretty good at the last turn. Now he's going down the final straight. Maybe to improve his lap.
Improve? I don't think he did. As
Danny.
Danny now only 3.5 tenths behind Kuhan. As now Kuhan is also starting his lap. He's in sector 1. He's going through the chicane. It looks pretty clean. It looks pretty good. Now into this left-hander. He's taking an extremely inside type of entry, and that may work for him. As he crosses the purple sector. Oh yes, but he gets a purple third sector, and he's gone up into P4. The rest of the drivers who are completing their laps, they are to the red sectors, but apart from Kuhan, who might get a 35.3 here if he can do this cleanly. No, he goes a bit wide.
No. Very wide from Kuhan. This is gonna cost him some tenths, but still last sector to go. Maybe he can improve, but by a couple of tenths.
I think this might be red sector. But he can still improve, I think. It's not over until that this double left-hander. And can he improve from here? It's a solid one. Not the fastest, but I think he might get maybe a tenth or two of improvement. As Mike Legend, he crosses the line and he's in P14, he improves by a little. And Kuhan can't improve, he lost too much time in sector 2. But that is probably over from him. Danny's also going to start his third lap. So this might get spicy.
We are now just under 1 minute to go. This is the last chance to the drivers today to get their laps in for this qualifying.
Shelby also... yep, Shelby can also make it, but I thought he might have hit his corner cut there, but he's okay for now. I think Jesper can also get a lap in. Jim Noob starts his lap. Awful with a personal best sector, goes a bit wide into the right-hander. But the rest of the grid starts. Kuhan Gizmo. He's on second lap tires. He's trying to improve, but he's only got a red first sector now.
Wanted to point out that the 042 from P6 is doing his qualifying lap on the medium tires. Very strange decision for me. Let's see what we can do with his tires.
Maybe it's probably for practice for the race strategy, but who knows? As Danny gets a personal best sector, sector 1 goes through the snail section. Looks a bit slow there. I think he might not improve on this lap. as Shelby also going to cross this the line. He gets a personal best first sector as well. This could be in a very integral part of the lap. Danny through the last corner in sector
Danny,
2.
Danny is doing
Kozlov's ahead of him.
quite good lap, quite wide, but it's still a solid lap. Let's see. Not improving sector. Maybe he can make some time up in the sector 3.
Ryu on a red first sector. Oh, goes a bit wide in that flat out corner, but can he improve? He has 4 chances to gain. Personal best second sector. And no, he stays in P8. Reimu in P9, a 10th behind Ryu.
Danny on the line now.
Danny on the line,
Not
he can't
enough.
improve. But Shelby on a personal best second sector. This could be a last gasp pole position lap. As he is on the straight.
Shelby is the only one improving on his lap right now.
Shelby goes a bit wide for some reason, but he gets pole!
Position.
A 35.6, same as Kuhan, but 21 milliseconds ahead, and that's a last gasp pole position from Shelby. What a amazing clutch.
And MJ goes P3. Nice lap from
And MJ gets P3. Looked like as if he had disconnected and lost it, but now he's in P3. That's an amazing achievement. A purple third sector. Now MJ.
So this is it. This is it for quali, as Alpha is in the wall, so he's definitely not going to improve his lap. With the last catch from Shelby, taking his pure position. Very close from Kuan.
Alpha's just the only one here. I'm not sure what he's doing, but well, that's a wonderful qualifying session. Shelby, it's a last-minute pole, and only 21 milliseconds ahead of Kuhan, but MJ RB5. Only did 1 lap, but that 1 lap counted very much.
Yeah, only 1 lap from MJ. Very great effort of disconnected in the middle of qualifying. So great lap from him.
Pretty big interval this time, only a 1 minute one, because well, 30 seconds is a bit too less. But now all the drivers can prepare as we can look at their tires. Shelby, Kuhan, Danny, and yes, but I think MJ. No, he's still in the. He hasn't joined yet for some reason. Oh wait, no, that's just the
So looking at the starting tires, we have half of the field on hard tires. Only one on soft is Ivan from P11, and 6 guys on the medium tires. But we are ready to start the race.
Yes, as now the lights go on one by one. The first D3 East race is underway. Shelby gets off the line. He leads from Kuhan as the leaderboard readjusts itself. And MJRB5 behind Shelby. Kuhan is in the inside line. He hasn't taken any slipstream. Kuhan is battling with Shelby. And yes, but he goes a bit wide. He loses some positions as there's a 3-way battle. MJRB5 and Kuhan and Shelby. All pretty much neck and neck.
Then there's a little bit of mistake, goes down to P4. Now Kuan takes the lead on his hard compounded tire. P5, I think they're all on hard compounded tire. Awful using his medium tires to go up to P4 in this next section. Now also even making up some places with his soft tires. Leon does a bit of a mistake, loses some places, goes down to P8. Now Shelby goes back to P1. And
I'm back as
MJ goes a little bit wide.
MJ, I think he's lost the positions. Yep, P4. That may be an internet issue, but for now he is. Never mind, he's actually ahead of the pack behind him, which is. Oh, MJ goes with wide.
Big mistake from MJ, goes wide at the fast left in sector 3.
Awful now in P3 as the battle for P1 continues. Kuhan and Shelby. As Shelby is in Kuhan's slipstream. This is extremely crucial. On this straight, Kuhan tries to cut the slipstream, but I think Kuhan is just ahead by a little bit, only a 10th and a half into that mini sector. The gap is closing as Kuhan still is ahead.
want to point out even in P6, using the best of his soft tires, starting from P11, now is well into the points. Also fastest lap for the first lap of the race, so it doesn't really count. But we'll see what you can do with this soft compound tire.
It's a pretty big battle for pretty big battle for P4, as Kuhan goes a bit wide, maybe for a better line, but Shelby. Shelby gets a way better line through the snail section. They're pretty much equal. Kuhan is trying to cut off the slipstream, as Shelby is maybe ahead. It's a bit of a laggy one right now, but yep, I think Shelby's ahead by half a tenth over Kuhan Gizmo.
Also,
now
we have the first reconnection of the race with Gene Noob, with disconnected, unfortunately.
It's a very pretty unfortunate disconnection, and Jim Noob was one of the faster drivers in this in the qualifying session at least. As MGRB5 goes a bit wide, he's losing a lot of time. This looks very unlikely for a podium now, as most of the server would wish for him to get a podium. It's not looking likely. As Kuhan now in Shelby slipstream. Kuhan doesn't decide to go in the slipstream for some reason. Shelby sets a new fastest lap, 136.2. As the rest of the drivers cross the line, Ivan up in P3 with his softs. Pretty big result so far for him. As Danny, Awful, and Danny and Awful fighting now for this P3. And Kuhan goes a bit wide. Lost about 2/10 for that.
Great effort from Ivan using the best of his soft tires, going up 6 places at the moment from his P11 grid start.
Ivan goes a bit wide himself at the beginning of the sail section, as still fighting with Danny and Awful, but he seems to be struggling now. And MJRB5 goes a bit wide at the exit of the snail section. But right now, the battle for P1 has kind of stalled. Shelby running away with it. Shelby just gained about 4/10 through that corner somehow.
Yeah, I think we have the second disconnection of the race with Ryu, which is stopped on the track.
Stopped on the track, Ryu. Last place right now. I'm not sure where he was before. As there's a pretty big battle between the front runners. But yeah, as MGRB5 has dropped a bit back down now, but never mind. I think, he's ahead of Awful now somehow, and even Ivan. I think that was just a little lag there that held him back, as now he's fighting against Danny. For P3, he decides to not go on the slipstream for a little while. As there's a pretty big battle now for P1 as well. 2 different battles, all within the top 5.
Yeah, at the moment we have a pretty big group from P3 to P9, all within the sleeping range. Maybe also P10, now Alpha in the sleeping range from Jasper with P9. Then we have at the back Mike and Kozda, who are battling for his P11. And at the back of the pack we have Boyband 15 seconds down.
Yes, and as of now, Kuhan leads from Shelby. Now, 6 chance. Remember, Kuhan was around a second behind Shelby at this moment, last lap. But now, it looks like it's the opposite of that moment. As MGRB5 up in the P3, fighting against Ivan and Danny. He's still up ahead as Danny and Ivan are chasing MJ down for this last podium spot. It's only the beginning of the race, but still it's pretty crucial to be ahead at this time.
Yeah, at this point of the race, Slipstream and Dirty Rare are a big component. Having pretty big groups, all very close. So losing the Slipstream at this point in time can be crucial for the race.
Yes, as MJ is sort of gapping now. Not really, actually, he just a bit ahead of in the screen, but I think because of the slipstream. As look at this, Ivan takes away P3 from MJ. Remember, Ivan is on softs, and I think by now his tires are going to be pretty worn. So he might have to box in with the next 2 or 3 laps. Depends on what he thinks is a reliable strategy for him in this race. Remu in P7 battling with the likes of Leon, uh, Leon Jesper, as well. He's kind of gapped them now, and he's trying to join in this fight for P3. MJ leads by 7/10 ahead of Ivan for this podium spot. As well, now there's a big 1 second gap between Shelby and Kuhan. Shelby struggling now in his
Also,
hard tires.
we might see a battle for the last point of for P10 as the guys from P11, P13 are slowly gaining from to Alpha, who is in P10 now.
Big battle around the gap here. P3, P1 is kind of stopped now as Kuhan leads by Shelby by 1.4 seconds. They're both on hards, so I think Shelby's just not really in the groove to get faster. Oh, there's a big 3 seconds now. I think Shelby had just corner cutted, and now Shelby's out of slipstream range. Ivan now second behind him.
Leon. Big mistake from Leon. Lose the slipstream from the train.
That's gotta be unfortunate. Leon won't have any help now to be keeping up with Remu and Danny, as there's a pretty big battle for P5 now between Awful, Danny, Ivan. Ivan's dropping back now. MJ set a purple third sector last lap, fighting with Shelby, who's been struggling on the hard tires. MJ now up into P2. Shelby takes a little vital line from him. Kuhan makes a mistake.
Mistake from Kuhan. Lose
MJ,
like 2 seconds.
He's now battling in the lead with Kuhan and Shelby. It's a bit laggy now because MJ doesn't have the best internet connection. And oh no, MJ goes a bit wide. Lost some time, but he got a purple first sector. What a wonderful lap for MJ, as now he is pretty very much in this fight for the lead.
Also, even now, maybe starting to feel the wear in his soft tires, being the 6th lap of this 23 East race. He might pit soon. Is losing quite a bit of place now.
Yeah, Ivan might be considering to box, as Shelby is now 6 tenths behind Kuhan, and I think it doesn't really show how much farther behind MJ is.
Even pits,
but he will get.
Even is the first start hitting.
Yep, even for Ivan. What I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he boxes for, I'm guessing, hards. Yep, hards.
Yeah.
So could be going on these hards till the end of the race, or he might be boxing for softs on the last few laps. Kuhan and Shelby fighting. It's only a 10th between them now. Shelby takes some vital line. Kuhan goes a bit wide into the long left-hander into the snails section. Kuhan takes a wider line. I think he believes that he's a bit behind. MJ is now also closing up. But he goes a bit wide in the snail section. He's been going wide there for the past 3 or 4 laps. He needs to really be careful on that. He really needs to be careful in the snail section, because that's where he's losing so much time. MJ loses a bit of time. He goes a bit wide. Danny now 1.2 behind MJ, catching up. As there's a battle for the lead, Shelby and Kuhan, as both of them not really giving an inch. Shelby loses a 10th, and yep, Shelby has, I think, maybe corner cutted or maybe went a bit wide. He's lost about 2.5 tenths, but now on this back straight where Shelby will have all of Kuhan's slipstream. Cross the line to start lap 8. Shelby starts to go a bit wide at the start of the straight as Kuhan stays within the inside. And Shelby, there's a change of lead again. Shelby is now leading Kuhan half a tenth behind.
MJ lagging.
MJ's lagging hard, and he's somehow still in P3 despite the lag. But he seems to be struggling a bit with some lines, but I think he's okay for now.
MJ stuck again on track.
Not many battles at the moment, but Danny's 8 tenths behind MJ. I think they're teammates, I believe. So yes. So Didi Aguilas or never mind. There are two. There's Didi Azuro Aguile and Didi Blue Aguilas. Not confusing at all. But we move on as MJ goes majorly wide. He hits the barrier. Now Danny overtakes him. What a
Also,
disaster there.
big mistake from Rimu, who lost like 2 or 3 seconds. Now Leon is coating and he's in the skipsing range from him.
Just about within, I think, no, 7 tenths behind. Doesn't really look like it's 7 tenths from the screen, but Remu has lost a bit of time as there's a battle for P2, I think, or that's just a gap. As the rest of the drivers cross the line to start their 9th lap of the race. No one. Oh, MJ gets a corner cut. And that's gone even worse. He's now been overtaken by Jesper, who has now got P4. MJ struggling now, but he may be. Oh, he's just overtaken Jesper, re-overtaken him.
Yeah. Around the outside. Keeping the
snail
current
section.
using the skipsing speed.
Pretty equal. MJ goes wide again into the snail section. That's his worst corner so far, in my opinion. As Danny hits a personal best sector with worn hards. Well, about 9 laps of hards. Maybe he's getting in the groove, and now he's trying to overtake Kuhan. The red second sector, Ivan, who was the first driver to pit, has just overtaken Mike Legend, and he is on a green first sector.
Yeah, Ivan must have done a mistake because he was 26 seconds after the pit down. Now he's 30, so he might have lost a quite bit of time, which can cost him the battle for the podium. But we'll see.
Very unfortunate for him, but we move on now. Kuhan and Danny fighting. Shelby 2.8 seconds up ahead. This is like a Twitch down domination from D2, but Twitch didn't win the race. Let's see if Shelby can. Kuhan and Danny battling for P2 as MJ has been overtaken by Jesper, but maybe he can re-overtake him. MJ gets a pretty good run out of that corner, but yeah, I think Jesper has got a better line, has got a better understanding of what to do with worn hards.
And meanwhile, Alpha pits for our compound tire from medium.
Alpha just exits the pit lane on hard tires. Currently last, but of course no one's really pitted yet. 32 seconds behind the leader, so I'm guessing will come out maybe in the P7 or in the P9 or P10 mark. As
yeah, Danny is showing quite a lot of pace on these worn-out tires, now 10 lap old.
Yep.
Gaining also on Shelby, and Kwon in opposite of Danny is very struggling on this uncompounded tire at the moment.
Danny goes a bit wide, doesn't really hit the apex to that corner, but still ahead of Kuhan by just... Oh, Kuhan on goal! He's made a big mistake! And that is going to be unfortunate for Kuhan. Also, suddenly, and now he's in P5. He might be overtaken by awful MJ now in P4, which means that he could get into the podium spots if he overtakes but if he's feeling like it.
Yeah, Kuhan lost 5 seconds with that mistake. It's gonna cost him surely the battle for the win, but maybe he can recover for a podium. We'll see. if we
All
can
happened so
gain the
suddenly,
game. Basically.
as now Leon and Reimu battling for P7, and Kuhan.
Mistake from Jasper. Mistake from Jasper and MJ goes to P3.
Jesper makes a mistake. MJ is in P3, is a bit laggy, but this time MJ doesn't go wide into the snail section, so which means he has already gapped Jesper by around 6/10. As the rest, never mind. I thought Jesper was gaining there, but the rest of the grid now kind of in a stalemate. Some drivers, maybe on the medium runners, might be considering to box now. It's lap 11. It's their pit window which has just opened, and maybe
MJ and Jasper were very wide there, lost a lot of time, but both did it. So for the battle for victory, nothing changed at the moment.
now yes, but I think yep, he's gone ahead of MJ unfortunately, but MJ will have the slipstream, but he doesn't decide to go in it, so there might not be really a battle there.
Awful pits from
And
P6, gonna change his medium tires.
I'm guessing he will come out ahead of Kozlov, maybe. But let's see on which tires he goes on. He's a medium runner, so he might be going on mediums, of course.
Remo pits 2 behind him.
Yep, the two medium runners now. They've just pit. Reimu, a bit of a slow stop, it seemed like, but
Remo goes to medium and does a double medium strat, and Awful goes to Arts compound tire, and even past both of them with quite a lot of margin also.
well, those were the first real rounds of pit stops. Ivan, of course, he was on softs, but the only one on softs, so I was the only one to pit on that lap. Bit of a really strange strategy, but I think it has worked. It might work for some people. And well, speaking of Ivan, he's in P8 now, which was around, I think, the qualifying, his qualifying position. As yes, but is just ahead of MJ. There might be another battle for P3. Who knows? Nothing much now. It's kind of in a stalemate again.
I want to report Awful doing a mega out that lap. He has gained already 1 second on Shelby only on this out lap. So he's he's flying on this new alcohol.
Oh, MJ goes a bit wide. He was trying to challenge Jesper for that P3. I think a lot of fans will be cheering on MJ, especially Didier Gila, of course. But right now, there's not much battling because, well, about half the grid have made their not half, but 4 or 5 drivers have already came in, boxed, and the new tires. Oh, Kuon Gizmo goes wide again into the snail section. Goes bad for us. But I lost about a second, I think, as battle for P3 is still not on yet. It's the closest gap, I think, in this race right as of now. And MJ going into the S's. Dirty, of course, he might struggle, but MJ does well to keep in behind. Of course, he's gonna have Jesper's slipstream if he gets a good exit out of here. Didn't really gain much on Jesper through that exit, but now Jesper is in trouble as MJ behind on slipstream. Jesper going, he goes more to the left. MJ decides to not go in the slipstream. He does now to turn 1.
One pits from P5, I think.
So I'm guessing he's going to go on medium tires. Yes, he
Tires.
will. MJ is now going up ahead in P3 through that mini sector. He's battling with Jesper still, and now But is slightly behind MJ, but the battle is not over yet, that's for sure. Now, into the long left-hander. Jesper in Dirty A goes a bit wide.
I think Ivan is there with Danny for his pit window. He has quite a lot of gap from Ofo behind. Ofo also flying again, now 35 seconds from Shelby. So he's very good pace on his new tires from Ofo.
Since Kuhan has pit, of course there might be gain the time lost. He lost about 11 seconds, I think, through that. Struggled quite a bit, but let's see if he can get on the podium at least. As MJ now has sort of cleared Jesper now struggling in MJ's Dirty A, goes very wide, and yeah, Jesper has lost quite a lot of time through sector 3.
We have also a clear separation between the guys who pitted and the guys who are yet to pit. Top seats basically as they get to pit, while from P7 and onwards everyone has pitted.
Yes, as the top 6 runners, I think they're all on hards, so they might pit now, or from this lap onwards. If they're going on mediums, I think they'll pit now. If they're going to go on softs, they'll pit on around lap 18.
Jesper is in. Jesper pits from P4.
Jesper pits, and now he's on mediums. So now MJ could be slightly in trouble, because remember the undercut here is pretty powerful, and if Jesper can gain time...
Both are through Jesper, but now Jesper has fresh tires. Let's see what he can do now.
I think Kuhan has... Yep, he's jumped Jesper. Remember, he was battling with MJ, so now MJ could be in trouble from Gizmo. Or Kuhan, I should say. So this is going to be a pretty big battle for the last podium spots. Danny also yet to pit, remember. But I think he will be... maybe... just behind Kuhan, of course. Danny, if he wants to go, if he wants to pit from now on, he can get. He will go on probably mediums until the end of the race, and of course he will have much fresher tires than the likes of Kuhan who pit around a lap ago.
Also, Awful is improving his first sector. Very great pace from him on his competitive tire, while Jesper and Kuhan are both on fresh mediums, so great pace from him at the moment. Certainly helping also Shelby from the lead.
Awful was a bit wide.
And
yes,
Shelby pits from the lead, and also Danny.
And Shelby pits, Danny pits. Will MJ come in? Yes, he will. All the top 3 MJ.
Medium from Shelby, medium from Danny. So Leon now is leading the race.
Today Nord now leading the race, for the first time.
Boyvan pitting also.
So MJ out on mediums. He starts it now. Is he ahead of Kuhan? No. Kuhan overtakes MJ. And MJ's now in P7. He has to gain all this time back. He's on much fresher tires than all of these drivers around him. As now, if Leon pits, Kuhan will now be on the podium. So this strategy might have just saved him.
Big mistake from Ivan.
Yes, I think, yeah, Ivan will be struggling now. He pitted 10 laps ago, and now, yeah, he goes a bit wide. But there's a big battle for P3, actually P4. But later this will become P3. MJRB5 already has gained quite a lot of positions, to be precise, and now, yes, but now challenging him. As awful as as well. And MJ gets a corner cut. And now he's dropped down to P7, and Ivan has overtaken MJ. And that's the one corner cut you shouldn't have corner cutted. And that's exactly what has made MJ drop down into P8. He looks so well going into it.
Leon pits from the lead of the race.
Leon pits, which means Shelby.
I want to point out, Shelby not a great pit stop, lost 1 second in the pit lane, but now he's gaining back with his pace on then.
Shelby on course to win, I think, in his debut race. I'm not sure. But yeah, Danny's now 3 seconds behind Shelby. Kuhan is a second behind Danny,
Leon
or
entered
no?
the pits with Remus through.
Remus through ahead of Leon now. Oh, I think Leon got a corner cut maybe. No, I don't think so. But yeah, now there's gonna be a pretty big battle for P8. But there's also a big battle for P3 as of at the moment. MJ has already he's battling with Ivan still, but he can still very much get P3 if he is going to be careful from now on. A lot of dirt here, of course, which is big, but Ivan has cleared off awful. So, this means that MJ has now only 2 drivers to clear to go on the podium. Of course, this is a pretty big moment for most of the server.
Danny is gaining on Shelby, 4 tenths only in the second sector, now 2.9 from the lead. If he keeps it up,
This would be
he
an
might be
amazing.
catching from the last late for the last laps.
Already gaining a lot. If he gains 8 more tenths, he will be ahead of. He will be in Shelby's slipstream. MJRB 5 down P4 has a double slipstream of Kuhan and Jesper. As
Leon
Jesper's now in
through for
P3.
P8.
I think he made a mistake because I was in P3 earlier. MJ goes a bit wide, unfortunately, as Jesper has now kind of cleared off Kuhan for a little while. But I do expect that gap to be reduced by the end of this sector. As
So now
Danny,
everyone has quitted. So now it's only track battles.
no more strategic calls from now. All overtakes have to be done on track. No one's been lapped yet, but someone is pretty close. Mike Legend, then last place, 1 minute and 14 seconds behind Shelby. But we move on as
MJ is stuck on the track. He might have
and
disconnected. Yeah, MJ
he
is out.
disconnected.
I think MJ is out. Has happened.
He's in the server for now through the pause menu, but yeah, this is a big freeze for MJ. I'll be surprised if he's still in it.
Still in the server, but I think his race is over.
As we all wait to see whether MJ's back on track. That's a really sad moment if he has disconnected, but yeah, he's dropping positions now. Kozlov ahead, and even Mike Legend will clear him.
Yeah, MJ has left the server, so he's officially out of the race. Very unfortunate from him.
He was doing very well. Almost got his first podium. Now, yes, it's very unfortunate, but this is what happens in league racing. As now, battle for P3 will continue on. Yes, but Kuhan and Awful slightly behind.
Meanwhile, we might have missed a mistake from Danny, who lost 1.5 seconds from Shelby, now 5 seconds down from the lead.
I think Danny had pitted before. Danny had pitted on the same lap as Shelby, so I think they might be on the same tire wear. Danny and Shelby in the current top 2, and there's pretty big fight for P3 still, but Kuhan has dropped back a little. Unfortunately for him, yes, but this could be a really big podium for him. Of course, racing for Orange Racing Team, Wesley's team.
Yeah, Jesper is doing a very great drive on this second stint. Has gained already 3 places. He was P6 before the pitting. Now he has a great chance for this debut podium in P3.
Also keep in mind Premier Racing. I think after this race they might be somewhere. They might be leading the constructors since they're in P5 and P6. But Kuhan has overtaken Jesper. Maybe it doesn't really look like it, but it looked like through that mini sector, Kuhan had cleared him. But no, yes, but still quite, still very much ahead. Kuhan suddenly loses some time, 1 second behind Jesper now.
Yes, but at the moment there's a lot of more pace a bit of Juan now is distancing him in the next section. Also 1 second and tenth now. It might be crucial from him breaking this sleep train.
Kuhan, yes, but still battling. Kuhan is still very much in this fight for P3, but there are still 4 laps to go. Shelby 5 seconds ahead of Danny. Shelby did seem to lose quite a lot of pace compared to Danny, but now Danny very much on the back foot. He has gained some time back, but if that time comes again, I think Shelby is in big contention of winning his first race.
So looking at
It's
the
all
back markers, we are having Boyban gaining on Alpha and Leon catching Ivan. They are both on fresher tires. Remo is losing quite a bit of ground, but I think his P8 is safe at the moment.
Also,
and
look at
then
this.
we have
Awful.
out of the points.
Awful. 2.1 seconds behind. Yes, but he might just reach slipstream range around these corners. This could be an amazing result for Premier Racing. I think they are leading the championship if it goes on like this. But if they get a podium, it's going to be pretty big. But Alpha loses quite a lot of time, goes a bit wide. He can't gain that time back, unfortunately, for now. But he's still just within slipstream range, strangely. And I think that just shows, I think Awful is on slightly fresher tires than the two up ahead of him. Danny's also kind of losing a lot of time. He just lost a second there. He hit the corner cut.
Big mistake from Danny. He gonna cut the 19 degrees turn on the inside, so big loss of speed. Also, I will do some quick calculations from the team championship now. The Blue Angels leading thanks to Shelby's victory at the moment. And then
Shelby also got pole position.
We might have
fastest lap. So if he crosses the line first position, he will get all 30 points.
Yeah, then we have a quite close battle between the team of Danny, who I don't remember the name at the moment, the Azzurro Aquile. Then I think might have a tie between the Prima team from Ivan and Awful and the Sweet Papaya Grand Prix with Kuan and Remo, both at 18 points at the moment, I think.
Also, we might get a lapped car, so we have to prepare for blue flags in the last lap of the race. Not a bad lap right now, as there's still a battle for P3. Jesper and Kuan going at it. And there's also now opening up a fight for P6. Leon around a second behind Ivan. And Remu is not really catching up, but it's currently a battle for P6 between two drivers, and also a battle for P9. It seems like between Boy Band and Alpha Wheeljack. I think, yep, Mike Legend. Mike is kind of holding up Shelby, maybe. I think. Oh, Shelby's weaving. Quite the sign from him. It's not the last lap of the race, but I think he just realized that it's not the last lap of the race, and that's why he just continues on. Danny now 6.6 seconds behind Shelby. It looks like it's a done Result, it doesn't look like it can change much from here apart from P3. Between three drivers now. Threesome for P3. Jesper, Awful, and Kuhan. Jesper under big pressure from Awful, who has been gaining so much these past few laps. All of a sudden, the last lap podium spot is underway. Kuhan right now the last in this three-way battle. But he will gain time back from that double slipstream. Awful loses kind of a lot of time. Kuhan goes a bit wide, gets a title line through the snail section. Awful is slightly ahead, but Kuhan will get the double slipstream. There's also a battle for
we have the two Scuderia Nord cars battling. Leon with Heaven for P6 and Boyband with Alpha for P9 at the moment.
Yep, this is a really big battle.
Shelby around the final corner, down the final straight.
As now Shelby crosses the line, he can start weaving now, he can start celebrating, as Shelby will be the first winner of the season in D3 East. Meanwhile, a battle for P3 ensues as Danny crosses the line.
P2.
Danny claims P2, pretty good result for him. And now Jesper crosses the line. Can he get a podium? Yes, he can. Kuhan finishes P4 and Awful in P5.
Sleep battle for P6. Leon and Ivan both waving down the straight. Ivan might have a safe gap here. And Ivan takes it by 2/10.
What a result for Jesper. He just got his first podium in FRL, and a really big result for the team.
P8.
Team takes P8, Boyband takes P9.
Boyband P9, and that's the last point for today.
And Kozlov also slightly a lot behind, but Ivan and Leon went at it at the last lap as well. And well, now it's a pretty good race. Was definitely for the while, as everyone wants to vote Mike as driver of the day.
Definitely great debut race for this season from D3. Hope to see more next in West.
So Shelby is your winner here in Flevo. 6 seconds up the road, 6 seconds down the road, you will meet Danny in P2, and P3. There was a big battle for it at the last lap, but Jesper gets it, and P4 for Kuhan, just slightly 2/10 ahead of Awful, and that rounds up your top 5.
And driver of the day vote is open, so you can vote in pools.
Yep, and I think most people will be voting Mike for the memes. But that was an extremely good race, and good results for everyone apart from ROBLOX. And they went P11 and P12, unfortunately. But yeah, I think everyone got points this race. As the poll starts for the driver of the day.
Thank you everyone for watching. It was surely a great race today, and congratulations to Shelby, Danny, and Jesper for taking the podium spot of today.